In the shadowed corridors of life, we often find ourselves ensnared by trials and tribulations that test the very core of our being. Hard times descend like an unrelenting storm, battering our resolve and threatening to drown us in a sea of despair. Yet, in these moments of darkness, we discover the essence of our true strength. We uncover the profound teachings of Stoicism, a beacon of light guiding us through the tempest. When the world around us crumbles and chaos reigns, we must turn inward to the sanctuary of our own minds. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. It is here, within the fortress of our inner selves, that we find the power to withstand any adversity. Let us journey together through this ancient wisdom, embracing the principles that will fortify our souls and guide us through the darkest of times. First, we must embrace the art of perception. The way we perceive events shapes our reality. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, wrote in his Meditations, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." In times of hardship, we must strive to see beyond the immediate suffering and recognize the opportunities for growth and self-improvement. By reframing our challenges as chances to build resilience, we transform our suffering into a crucible of strength. Perception is the lens through which we view our world, and it is within our power to adjust this lens. When we encounter setbacks and disappointments, we must remind ourselves that these are merely events, neutral in nature. It is our interpretation that imbues them with meaning. By choosing to view obstacles as opportunities, we reclaim our power and turn adversity into an ally. Next, we cultivate the virtue of acceptance. Life's vicissitudes are beyond our control, but our response to them is not. As Epictetus taught, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Acceptance is not a passive resignation, but an active engagement with reality. It is the acknowledgement that while we cannot change the past or the inevitable, we can control our present actions and attitudes. Acceptance is the bedrock of serenity. When we accept the things we cannot change, we free ourselves from the futile struggle against the currents of fate. We learn to navigate life's river with grace, adapting to its flow rather than resisting it. In acceptance, we find peace, knowing that our strength lies in our response, not in controlling the uncontrollable. In the face of adversity, we also practice the discipline of emotional regulation. Destructive emotions, like anger, fear, and despair, can consume us if left unchecked. Seneca, the Stoic sage, advises, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." By acknowledging our emotions without becoming enslaved by them, we retain our inner equilibrium. We observe them as passing clouds, transient and insubstantial, refusing to let them dictate our actions. Emotional regulation is not about suppression, but about mastery. It is about recognizing our emotions, understanding their origins, and responding to them with wisdom and composure. When we feel the surge of anger or the weight of sorrow, we pause, breathe, and choose a response that aligns with our values. Through this practice, we become the masters of our inner world, unshaken by the tempests of life. Moreover, we draw strength from the virtue of courage. Hard times call for an unyielding spirit and the bravery to confront our fears. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles are not barriers but pathways to growth. Each challenge we face is an opportunity to demonstrate our fortitude and to emerge stronger than before. Courage is the fire that forges our character. It is the strength to stand firm in the face of adversity, to act despite our fears, and to remain steadfast in our principles. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to move forward in spite of it. When we embrace courage, we transform our fears into fuel for growth and transcendence. As we navigate these turbulent waters, we lean on the community of fellow seekers. The Stoic path is not one of isolation, but of shared wisdom and support. Together we find solace and encouragement, knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. "We are waves of the same sea," said Seneca, emphasizing our interconnectedness. In times of hardship, we find comfort in the shared human experience, drawing strength from the knowledge that others have walked this path before us and emerged victorious. Community is our refuge and our strength. It is within the embrace of our fellow travelers that we find support and solidarity. By sharing our struggles and our triumphs, we create a network of resilience, a web of strength that sustains us through the darkest times. Together we lift each other, our collective wisdom and courage illuminating the path ahead. Finally, we engage in the practice of reflection. Each day, as the shadows lengthen and the world grows quiet, we look inward, examining our actions and thoughts. Marcus Aurelius urges us, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up, if thou wilt ever dig." Through reflection, we learn from our experiences, correct our missteps, and cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Reflection is the mirror of our soul. It is through introspection that we gain clarity and insight, recognizing our strengths and acknowledging our weaknesses. In this practice, we find the wisdom to learn from our past, the humility to accept our flaws, and the determination to strive for continuous improvement. Reflection is the compass that guides us toward our true north, illuminating the path of virtue and wisdom. In these practices, we discover the essence of Stoic resilience. We become like the mighty oak, whose roots grow deeper with each storm, standing tall and unbroken amidst the tempest. Together, we harness the power of perception, acceptance, emotional regulation, courage, community, and reflection. These are the tools that transform adversity into strength, despair into hope, and chaos into order. Let us rise, not as mere survivors, but as warriors of the soul, fortified by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. In the crucible of hard times, we are forged anew, emerging with a deeper understanding of our own strength and an unshakable resolve to face whatever the future holds. For within us lies the power to transcend any challenge, to overcome any obstacle, and to find serenity amidst the storm. So, my fellow seekers of wisdom, let us embrace the Stoic path with unwavering determination. Let us cultivate the inner strength and fortitude that define our character. In the face of adversity, let us stand firm, knowing that our true power lies within. Through the teachings of the Stoics, we find the guidance and inspiration to navigate the storms of life with grace and resilience. Together, we will rise above the challenges that beset us. Together, we will harness the power of our minds and spirits to overcome the trials of existence. Together, we will forge a path of virtue and wisdom, illuminating the darkness with the light of our inner strength. For in the crucible of existence, we are forged anew each day, stronger, braver, and more steadfast than ever before. And as we walk this path, we carry with us the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, a beacon of hope and resilience in a world of uncertainty. Let us embrace this wisdom and through it discover the boundless potential within us to overcome any hardship and emerge victorious.